You're welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. It's time to continue our preview of tonight's Europa League final between Atletico Madrid and Olympic Marseille. For Atletico Madrid, a lot of great players on parade. Diego Costa, and down on your screen there, Antoine Griezmann, Koke, the goalkeeper, Jan All Black. You can go on, and Jimenez, Godin, Lucas, Saul, Niguez.
Why are you scaring
Marseille? Thankfully, they're not watching the show.
Okay.
I want to believe they're not watching, so they can't be too scared by those names. I'm really not. But just on their pedigree, especially in the UEFA Europa Cup, Europa League, you'd say Diego Simeone and his team, they have the edge in this one.
Yeah, certainly. It was a surprise that, and they even dropped for the UEFA Champions League in the group that they had Chelsea and Roma. One would have given it to Atletico Madrid to go beyond that stage. But they've done well. In 8 games, they've scored 16 goals and they've conceded 4 in the Europa League. Means typical
solid defensively.
Atletico Madrid. They last won this competition in 2012. 2 years before that, they were the first team to win the rebranded Europa League, which was changed from the UEFA Cup.
Right?
Against Fulham, yeah.
Okay.
And for Olympic Marseille, the last we were at this stage in 2004. The Drogba was with them then. They lost to Valencia, led by the former coach of Liverpool, Rafa Benitez. Both sides, they are quite experienced. But thus far in the competition, it appears Atletico Madrid have that slight edge. But you underrate Olympic Marseille at your own peril. Yes, the stadium that they are not so happy about in the sense that they don't do well there, but they have the home advantage. And now if you have Florian Thauvin and of course the other Frenchman who has done very, very well for them with the most assists, Dimitri Payet, we would say definitely they will give Atletico Madrid a run for their money. But if I'm to stick my neck out for any side, I would certainly want to give it to Atletico Madrid. Yes, their coach is suffering a ban.
Right,
but
let's talk about that.
He's going to miss it.
Yeah. You're going to have Rudy Garcia on the bench for Marseille. On the bench for Atletico, there's no one.
Well, a 4-match ban started it in the return leg against Arsenal in the semis.
Surely that will play a role in this game.
His influence, his persona, was evident in the way the guys play. There's something about
he doesn't have to be there.
He doesn't have to be there. There's something about his personality that the guys just know. He would have dished out instructions and they would go to the pitch of play and carry out that directive out. But expect a stiffer and a feisty opposition from Olympic Marseille.
A feisty one. I think, when Dimitri Payet was talking about the fact that he says, the fact that, he would want to go to this particular stadium to play is going to be a huge motivation for him. So I don't know what is going to bring in, knowing that there's this rivalry between the Marseille fans and of course Lyon fans and all that. So being here is going to be a huge factor. So another decider, you talk about just this guy, Diego Costa, that's another bully there. So
yeah, definitely, no doubt. But for Olympic Marseille, it's beyond the rivalry between them and Lyon.
No, I don't think that's
I don't think so. It's about the nationality now. They are campaigning on behalf of France. And it's beyond the rivalry between the two club sides. They'll definitely, yes, we'll have a few ultras.
Exactly.
Who would want to be the killjoy. No doubt these things do happen. But majority of the fans will be behind Olympic Marseille.
Exactly. Majority of the fans will be Marseille fans and Atletico Madrid fans. Let's quickly move over to
talking about security concern here. No, that's security concerns in Lyon where you have those something just going on there. Okay, but Kiev, Champions League, right? Okay,
interesting. Yeah, we're building up to that one as well too, and that one's going to go down in Kiev, and organizers are already preparing. They're making sure that security is top-notch. Security has to be paramount, definitely, in this kind of event because it can easily be soft targets. So they have to ensure that everyone is safe, everyone coming to Kiev.
68,000 fans coming, 20,000 police officers will definitely just be there.
And that's them staging a security drill, just perfecting all the acts. We all know how important it is for security to be very, very tight on days like this.
You can't afford to make mistakes. I still recall vividly the imbroglio between AS Roma and Liverpool fans, the ultras, how they were fighting, causing distractions and what have you. and UEFA did everything it could quickly to nip it in the bud. Now they're trying to prevent another fracas because it's the biggest club side night anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And come May 26, Kiev will be the 68,000 spectators are expected in the stadium. And if you have 20,000 policemen doing security deals, getting ready means they are prepared. Yes, there will be a few pockets of a little disturbance here and there, as we have seen over time, but I believe they are prepared and they will be able to nip it in the bud eventually.
That's what this security drill is about. 12,000 officers will be on duty on that day. Wish them all the best as they prepare to host the biggest football competition in the world on that day. Yeah, let's go to the biggest competition in the world now, the World Cup, the real one, not on the club side level, but in terms of international football. And it's 29 days to the World Cup in Russia, and understandably, this from now till kickoff on June 14 will be dominated by the unveiling of World Cup squads for different countries, and more countries are doing exactly just that. Sweden is where we start from this right now, and finally, we all know that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is not going to the World Cup because
we knew he wasn't going to go.
Yeah, but you know, the guy was playing with everybody's emotions and saying, I'm going to be at the World Cup.
It was a commercial.
Yeah, but he didn't confirm it. He didn't confirm it. They were just messing with everybody. But the list is out now officially.
I love that guy.
Yeah, we all love Zlatan, definitely. The list is out. 23-man squad for the Swedish national team.
No surprises.
Yeah, no surprises.
No excess baggage. It's just 23, and that's it.
Well, the likes of Victor Lindelof, Martin Olsen making the list. Ibra not being included didn't come as a surprise.
No,
yeah,
the majority of us knew he wasn't going to go to the World Cup. He was just doing it to grab the headlines, bring the news, and what have you.
Those are the guys there.
Has got to be Ibra. Yeah. He's likable. Yes, you might say he's cocky, arrogant, and what have you. But there's this value he brings whenever he's always in the news. But for Sweden, we don't know if they'll be able to go as far as they did in 1994 when they won the 3rd place. Yes, they've struggled some years back, but they always make it to the World Cup. The squad is just quite decent. If you have Germany in your group, it means your work is cut out. And if they're able to make it beyond that group stage...
Mexico is also there.
Yeah, Mexico is there as well. South Korea.
Okay.
And
no one is looking at South Korea.
Who almost always will make it to the 2nd round of the World Cup. For me, I'll give it to Germany from the group.
So Germany first.
Germany first. One of Mexico or Sweden.
Let's look
at
South
Korea might just want to be a dark horse.
Yeah, South Korea still doesn't believe in South Korea at all. The last time we profiled that side. Let's still on Sweden. Okay, no Zlatan now. We saw they played in the qualifiers. It was a bit of a struggle. They had to go into the playoffs against the Azuris, and they won that one against all odds. But if you look at the forward line, Marcus Berg, John Goetze plays for Alaves, Ola Toivonen. You also have Isaac Kesa Telling. These names don't scare you.
No.
Like normally you see a Zlatan or the other guy that I used to play, Eric Larsson.
Eric Larsson, back in the day.
Back in the days. These names don't really put the fear of God in. So I'm just wondering, I mean, what do you make of this, the setup of the attacking?
It could work in their favor.
Okay.
On their very first game, they could come to the pitch of play like a well-oiled machine and get their A game going. As a team, it could work for them. And if they're able to get the scalp of, say, Germany and Mexico and make it to the 2nd round, they could just be a giant killer. It's not impossible. Every World Cup, we get to see a team that won't be predicted to go all the way, but they will just surprise pundits and be the surprise element of the competition. It could just go that way, like they did in 1994. Yes, they've not been able to do that over the years, but I still want to pick them slightly ahead of Mexico to make it beyond the group alongside Germany.
Interesting. Let's go ahead and listen to the coach now. Right, Johnny Anderson has been explaining the rationale behind the selection for the World Cup for Sweden.
There's players that was playing during the qualification and the playoff, and I thought that they should be also taking part of the World Cup. maybe 1 or 2 or 3 positions, I would think a little bit extra about it. And as I told earlier here, it was the midfield players that was the biggest question, which 8 we should choose. But I'm very satisfied with how we processed it and where we are today. I think we showed in the qualification in playoff that we had similar the same score then, and I think we did it really well. So hopefully it's a strength in that way.
Johnny Anderson, their Sweden coach, explaining why he's decided to go with majority of the guys that helped achieve qualification for the World Cup in Russia. They'll play the first game on Monday, June 18th. Wish them all the best in that game. Let's move on now to the defending champions, Germany. Yeah, German machines, that's what they call them. And too many talents for that side. And as a result, one player who was the hero just 4 years ago, Mario Goetze, has not made the cut for the German national team. And that's the unveiling of the team right there. You can see Mark ter Stegen there. We saw previously Manuel Neuer, even though he hasn't played
since September.
A lot of football this season. But looking at that German squad, I mean, they're just loaded. They're spoiled for choices, and they can afford to drop a Goetze because there's someone else there. Joshua Kimmich can make him go on and on. You look at it, all good players. Anthony Rudiger plays for Chelsea. Nicolas Sule as well, too. Fantastic defender. You know, you can go on and on. The midfield, okay. Look at that. Julian Brandt, fantastic player. Draxler. Yes, they're not in our group, so there's nothing.
I'm quite attracted by
the unveiling. I can go on the one.
I hope NFF will take a cue from this going forward. Basically,
we have our own traditional way of doing it. Don't worry, you're going to get that. I mean, we got 30 man. We're bringing 23. Don't worry, you're going to see something. Yeah, no, we're going to get something beautiful. Sebastian Rudy, you're going to get it. Leroy Sané. I mean, this guy is okay.
Too good. Timo Werner as well, too. We can go on and on. The attack is in something else. But let's come back to the dropping of Mario Goetze.
This picture was more like a concern. I mean, this way you have a Turkish president and you have some of these players that have Turkish descent and that present the jersey to him. Okay, sorry for another day anyway. But then this guy seems to be in trouble with the German FA.
Well, quickly, Ozil has Turkish roots, so it's understandable. Though Erdogan is quite a controversial leader. That was why it caused a stir with headlines and what have you, but it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it's not to get too dramatic about. Let's talk about the real deal. Mario Götze not going to the World Cup 4 years after scoring the winner against Argentina in that final. But okay, yeah, legitimate reason. He hasn't played a lot of football. He's been inconsistent, lackluster this season. Legitimate, right? But if we now go to Manuel Neuer, who I think is in even a more precarious situation. So it's dropped Manuel Götze for not playing good football this season, but it's picked Manuel Neuer. Is that not a bit of contradiction? I mean, Manuel Neuer hasn't played.
Well, it's quite contradicting, no doubt. No doubt.
His foot multiple times this season.
He has picked Manuel Neuer based on reputation.
Okay.
But,
but fitness is in doubt because he hasn't played since September.
Yeah.
And the likes of Ben Leno of Bayer Leverkusen, ter Stegen, Barcelona, and even Kevin Trapp of PSG.
So that's why you have 4 goalkeepers.
That's why you have 4 goalkeepers, and this is a provisional list. The same means if he's able to prove his mettle in training, he would make it, but it won't be based on the fact that you are our first choice, but to be on merit. Basically, Joachim Löw has said that.
As well.
Then for Mario Götze, it didn't come as a surprise. It was quite shaky. Yes, like you did say, it was lackluster, the lack of consistency over time. And you know, for your guys up front, you need precision. Yes, for McIlroy, you say McIlroy's missed half of the season, but McIlroy has been good value thus far. And for McIlroy, he's missed the last Euros and even the World Cup due to injury. He's one of their best players every now and then going to major competitions, and I hope he can prove it this time around that he has made a provisional list.
Okay. All right. Let's go for a break now. We'll come back, just look at the papers.